So they just announced that X-Men is gonna come back, the 90s series, and I decided to watch it because I don't think I have ever watched the show before. And I have to say there was a lot of things that pleasantly surprised me, like the fact that Morph did not come back straight away. He he doesn't come back until season 2, if I remember correctly, and they don't find out that he's alive until season 2. And but during season 1, they do a good job in continuing the plot point of Beast being in jail, and he is in jail for the whole first season. So that was a pretty pleasant surprise because most of the time these shows they don't really carry on plot points, but this one did. And I also think that the characters were written pretty well, even though I would have liked to see them interact a lot more. But they were pretty good for the most part, and their design was pretty good too. But I do think that it could have used more time for the characters to just hang out with one another, and that would have helped us to flesh out their personalities a lot more. But other than that, I think it was a pretty good show.
Who are you?
Cyclops, get down!
I don't have a whole lot of choice.
So yeah, when it comes to Cyclops, I do think that he is a pretty interesting character. Well, not interesting, but a pretty good character. I do think that he fits the archetype of the leader, and I can't see why he was chosen to be the leader by Professor X. I I do like his loyalty and the fact that he does try to do the best that he can for the whole crew. But wasn't really much more to him other than that. And they have some opportunity to add more to his character, like with his dad and everything. But I guess they decided not to, or maybe that wasn't the main focus of the show. I think that would be a more correct statement. But other than that, yeah, he was winning pretty well. I have no complaints about him, and there wasn't any parts where I thought that he was annoying or anything. The only thing that really I didn't like is the fact that they were forcing a love triangle with him, Jean, and Wolverine. Speaking of Wolverine,
Just call me Wolverine.
so Wolverine was a really cool character. I do like how they portrayed him with having this problem with his anger, and also how he kind of fights with that because he does want to control his temper and everything, but some part of him just can't control it. But I think the best episode that kind of showed this was the one where he goes to Japan. I think it offers a really good insight to what Wolverine is feeling, especially the scene where, if I remember correctly, he was like looking into something, or he was trying, it was like a vision, and he said, "No, I'm not an animal," and that's when his teacher, his other teacher in Japan, and this other girl who he meets in Japan, they told him that they're more to you to just anger and just fury. That they're also a protective side, but they do also show with Jubilee. You can really see how he's very protective of her. He cares about her a lot. And I think that they have a very nice relationship.
Professor, we need you. We've been capped.
Jean.
Okay, so with Jean, I like her character a little bit, but I do have to admit that there was a lot of times where she just felt like she was useless. There's literally a YouTube video showing how many times she was useless in battle, but also it just felt like she was there in order for the love triangle to work. But as I mentioned with Scott, it was my least favorite part for these three characters with him and Wolverine and her. So, other than the Phoenix Saga and the Dark Phoenix Saga, they really didn't do much with her. And they didn't do much to show how strong she was. And I just wish they could have done more with her character and give her some more personality. I mean, the Phoenix Saga was pretty cool. I will admit, I found it was pretty interesting. But even then, she was a little bit of a bland character to me. I do hope that they do give her more personality with the reboot. But as for the original seasons, yeah, I much prefer the Rogue and even Storm. Speaking of,
Storm, mistress of the elements, commands you to release that child.
Lighten up on the speeches, sugar.
okay, so Rogue is one of my favorite characters from this series and my favorite interpretation of this character. I really do like the voice actor, her speech pattern, and everything about her, the way that she sometimes uses her sex appeal
Sorry, Nightcrawler.
to get what she wants or
I could spit on
to
him if I
distract
wasn't a lady.
other people.
We have fought before.
But
You know you
also,
cannot match my power.
I do like how it kind of makes it a little bit more tragic because she can't trust anybody because of her powers. And the fact that she really does want to be intimate with somebody, even if it's not in, you know, as far as the...
Now remember, Rogue, no scenes.
No scenes, sugar. Just a little down-home charm. You look a little on the weary side, honey. Been a long shift.
It was, till you showed up.
Ooh, it's a tad chilly in here, don't you think?
Like they say, cold hands?
Out cold.
ultimate level of intimacy goes, but still she does want to be with somebody, she wants to be loved, and the fact that her powers are not letting her, I think that's pretty sad, and I think that will make her character pretty interesting, in my opinion.
Looking out for me. Thanks, Rogue. I mean, Ms. LeBeau.
You're welcome, Sam. You take care now.
When's the honeymoon, Ms. LeBeau?
Not one word, Swamp Rat. Not one word.
As well as I think that her design is very killer. And yeah, just every time that she was in here, she just sold the soul for me. Her romance with Gambit was very good. I found their back and forth very interesting. Their flirtation was very interesting. Them flirting with each other was very interesting. So yeah, I just think that they make a pretty good couple, and Rogue was a very good character and very well written.
Where you going, Petite?
Anywhere but here.
Stand aside. I must apprehend that mutant.
Hey, apprehend this!
How did you do that?
With style, Petite. With style.
Okay, so Gambit is another fan favorite for me. I do think that he has his voice is very charming, and he has a lot of sex appeal. Like I said when I was talking about Rogue, I think his relationship with Rogue is very good, very well written. I feel like it's better than Jean Grey and Slycroft, but I don't know if that's blasphemy for me to say that, but that is my opinion. And also, I think his design is very nice. For not having a lot of experience with voice acting, I think that the voice actor did a really good job with him, and I think the writer did a really good job also. So Jubilee, from a story perspective, I can understand why they put her on the team, because her character does allow for us to find out information more organically, being that she herself is not used to this world of the mutants yet. But other than that, she wasn't really used very well, and I feel like the writers struggled to add her into arcs or to do anything with her. I just wish that they would have made her grow stronger as the season went on, but I felt no growth from this character, and also I felt like her character was more of a hindrance most of the time. But other than that, I think she's a pretty cool character, but I just don't think that she was used very well. And yeah, I think it's the same because her powers look pretty cool and her outfit looks pretty nice. But I just don't really know. They did try to, in the last episode, they did try to. No, it wasn't the last episode, but one of the episodes, they tried to show that she was all grown up now, but like I said, there wasn't anything to it. Okay, so even though Beast was very much a side character, I think he got a lot more attention than somebody like Jubilee. Like I mentioned before, his story arc in the first season, where he was in jail, really showed how devoted and how strong his beliefs were in the cause of bringing mutants and humans together. I also like how he was more diplomatic, to say something like,
To paraphrase the bard, I am a mutant. Hath not a mutant senses, affections, fed with the same food, warmed and cooled by the same winter and summer as a human is? If you prick us, do we not bleed?
Wolverine and even Cyclops to an extent. So he had some really good character not motivation, but he had a really good personality. And more, I think that he never really felt part of the team for me. That's probably because as soon as he comes back, he leaves. Yes, in episode 2, in season 2, he does give a little bit more screen time, but even then, he really only got one episode back with the team after he returns and he supposedly is all healed up. But we do find out that he still has some trauma due to the fact that he almost died in one of the missions, which is understandable, and I do commend the show for showing that a traumatic event like that just doesn't really leave you very fast. And I do like how they portrayed that part of this character. But because of that, he never really felt part of the team, and he wasn't really there. There were many times where I even forgot that he was a part of the show until the show writers brought him back. But I am very interested to see what they're going to do with the character when they reboot or with the continuation, however you want to call it. Okay, so when it comes to Storm, I think that she is an absolute goddess. I love the fact that when she talks, it's in this dramatic tone all the time. But it really works well with her character, and like I said, I really do like it. Her design is just gorgeous. I just wish that they would have given her some more personality, would have given us some more episodes to focus on her, and to really flesh out what type of person she is. But other than that, I think she was really nice, and I could see why she's the second in command, or she felt like she was the second in command of the team. And I could also see why Cyclops really leans on her to help lead the team, because she has a good shoulder on her head. She does have pretty good control of her emotions, but that's because she had to, thanks to her powers. But yeah, she's just really beautiful, really good character. I just wish that we could have seen more of her, and maybe we will when they decide to bring the series back. But yeah, there's not really much to say about her other than the fact that her voice actor did a really good job, like all the other voice actors, and yeah, I just really like the character. When it comes to Professor X, I think that he was a pretty good character. I do like that they tried to give him a little bit of a backstory, but sometimes, like, I just don't really like how they gave him such a sad romance story, especially when it comes to the redheaded girl or woman, the one that you see right now on screen. I think them showing that he was once his girlfriend or betrothed, I think ruined her character in particular, because the first time that I saw her, I always got the feeling that they were always just friends. But you see how she did him dirty like that? Like, forget getting dumped by text. Imagine getting a letter with the ring, and in the same letter, not only is she dumping you, but she's telling you that she's gonna get married while you're reading this letter. I think that that's pretty messed up. But other than that, I think that he was a pretty good character. I do find that he was a little bit of a father figure. He did show compassion and everything towards his students. So, as far as Xavier goes, he is a pretty good Xavier, and I can see how he was able to lead the team as well as he could. But yeah, he's just a pretty good character. Not my favorite, but a pretty good character. So one of my favorite characters, or one of the characters that became my favorite X-Men, is Nightcrawler. And I think they did a really good job with him here, with exploring his religion, and also adding a religious character to the show. I don't think that he kind of came out of left field, or that he stood out like a sore thumb. I think that he blended pretty well with the rest of the cast, and I do like how they humanized him, and also, even though that he is a religious character, there were times where I won't say that he faltered in his belief, but despite his belief, you could still think that he had pain inside. Like when Logan was going to talk to him, and they were interrupted by one of the people in the monastery, saying that the monastery was being attacked. And Logan asked him a question like, so why do you think God is doing this to you? And his answer was, well, maybe since I'm the only mutant that is around here, maybe God put me here so that I could show them that not all mutants are bad, and to help them understand us. And despite him, I believe, truly believing his words, he still did not want to right away confront the mob that was going to attack him, which led Logan to tell him that he was losing his faith. But when Logan left, you could see his hurt by when he said, why must it always be me? So I think a scene like that really does humanize him and really does show the emotions behind the character. And I also do like how they do so that they do give him a pretty good backstory. When adapting the whole backstory with the little bit of episodes that they have with him, because he was really only in 2 episodes. I think he was only a main player in 2 episodes. So the fact that they showcase his character and what he's about with such little screen time, I think was really cool and really amazing. Other characters such as Colossus and Iceman got the same treatment, with them showcasing their characters just in 1 episode. Although not all of them got their backstories as fleshed out as Nightcrawler, but I do like how they use these characters, and Nightcrawler my favorite. Also, speaking of his backstory, I think that his story with Mystique is very good. I found it really touching, but also very heartbreaking that a mother would just throw away her child like that. And the scene where Kurt is confronting Mystique, I think it was very sad. And my heart really broke for him. And I don't know, he just became one of my favorite characters. And yeah, I don't know what else to say other than that, but I don't know if he's my favorite portrayal of him, but I do think he's up there. But personally, I kind of like the portrayal of X-Men Evolution a little bit better, just because I think he was more fun and they were able to give him some more screen time because he was part of the team. But this Nightcrawler wasn't really part of the team. He was just a friend of the X-Men.
I suppose you hate me for that.
No, but I am sad for you.
Sad? You want to talk about sad? I am a shapeshifter, an outcast, even among mutants trusted by no one. I don't have a life of my own. I just steal little bits from other people's lives. But that's how I survive. So there's your truth, son. I didn't want you. Still sad for me.
I will beg God to bestow his grace on me, so that I may learn to forgive you. Then I will ask him to bestow his grace on you, so that you might forgive yourself.
As for Magneto and his family, I think that it was a pretty good storyline, but I wish they would have given it some more episodes, other than just the 1. But anyway, overall, I ended up really enjoying the show, and I think the characters were very well done. And also, I can't wait to see what they do with the show when it comes back. But anyway, thank you for watching this video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you like my content. And have a good day. And take care.